Hey, what is up, team? Brandon here at Go Headquarters, bringing you the full breakdown for today's workout. So, we've got some accessory work on the agenda today. We've got some stiff leg deadlifts, we've got some hip thrusts, and then we have kind of some conditioning waves in your near future. So, without further ado, let's get you guys moving. First up, we need a TABATA timer. So TABATA represents 8 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Today's movement of choice is gonna be the rower. So 3, 2, 1, go. You're gonna row pretty decent for 20 seconds. Just a warm up, guys. We're not looking for a max effort here. So 20 seconds on, boom. 20 seconds is over, so we need 10-second break. I like to hang onto the handle or maybe just put it in the cradle, but right before that thing beeps to go, get back on it. 20 more seconds, repeat for 8 total working sets. So one thing I usually advise is try to repeat your performance in terms of like meters or calories per round, right? So every 20 seconds, am I hitting 100 meters or whatever the case may be for you? Now, let's move on. So we just got our low back, our legs kind of pumped, our hip hinge hopefully is warm. From that, we're gonna do 2 rounds of 10 Frankenstein kicks and 10 starfish. So for Frankenstein kicks, arms are held, shoulder height, straight out in front, and then with a relatively straight leg, I'm gonna try to kick the opposite arm, okay? So my right leg is gonna come up and kick my left hand. And I'm trying to keep my posture up. I'm not doing like this and bringing myself down to my leg. I'm trying to bring my leg up to my hands, okay? So we're just trying to open up that backside, open up the hamstrings, which is also for the starfish. So starfish, wide stance, arms up overhead. So I've got my little star shape going on. I'm gonna take my right hand, come down and touch my left toe, come back up. That was 1, go the other way. There's 2, boom. There's 3. So make sure you're getting full extension at the top. Sometimes people tend to just like stay down low and start switching, but we wanna get from open to close, okay? You'll see how that theme comes in shortly, next up in our workout. So just 2 rounds, 10 total Frankenstein kicks and 10 total starfish. That's 5 each way for both of those. Now let's get that barbell out. So I'm gonna demo the stiff leg deadlift today with a barbell, but you can do this move with kettlebells, a kettlebell, bands, dumbbells of course. So a million loading options for this movement today. So sets and reps, we've got 4 rounds. We're gonna do 8 stiff leg deadlifts, and we're gonna pair this with 20 tricep press downs. I'm gonna demo that with a band today, but that can be done in some other manners as well. So I'm gonna pull this from the floor, but if you guys have cages and you're working from low hooks, that's cool. Just get your grips and walk out of the cage. So I've got a double overhand grip here, nice full grip on the bar. Now what I'm gonna do is set my legs stiff but not locked. Setting my posture, I have a neutral lumbar curve, neutral spine all the way. Now I'm going to initiate a hip hinge. So I'm keeping my neutral spine, I'm keeping my legs stiff. My legs didn't lock out on me, they also didn't bend. I'm gonna get a big stretch on the hamstrings right now in this position, and now squeeze the hamstrings and butt to stand back up. So I'm keeping the bar close to my legs. My cue there would be to shave the legs. I'll turn a little more sideways. So we just wanna isolate our hip hinge, guys. We don't want your spine moving, like we don't want any vertebrae rounding out like this. We also don't want your knees to lock or bend where we end up looking like complete dog crap. We want to lock all of that in and stay super robotic, okay? So that's your stiff leg deadlift. You should primarily feel that in the hams, but you will feel the butt and the low back doing work there as well. So 8 of those, and you can climb in weight as you go through the 4 sets. For every set that we do there, we're gonna take it to, in this case, guys, I have a band looped around a pull-up bar. Sorry, I'm so far away from the camera. So I've got 1 strand per hand, bring my elbows down by my ribs, and then I'm just gonna extend my arm. Okay, so I'm leaving the upper arm still, and I'm just extending from the elbow joint. And that is isolating my tricep. I mean, it's the exact opposite of a bicep curl, right? So the tricep function is to straighten the elbow. So all I'm doing back there, guys, is this, okay? Don't let, when you come up, don't let that elbow creep away from you like this. That's a fault. We wanna keep that elbow down here by your ribs and just extend from the elbow joint. So 4 rounds, 8 stiff leg deadlift on your barbell or dumbbells or kettlebells, and 20 tricep press downs. Now, if you don't have a band or you don't have a pull-up bar, if you have a band, you can loop it over a doorway. If you don't have a band, you maybe have dumbbells. You can lay on the ground and do skull crushers like we've done in some previous videos. Moving on, 4 rounds. We're gonna do 10 hip thrusts. This is all about the glutes. So if you like glute training, this absolutely has to be in your arsenal. If you don't like glute training, I don't know what to tell you. Get on board, that's what I'm gonna tell you. So 4 rounds, guys. 10 hip thrusts and then 15 bicep curls. So for your hip thrust, this is our preferred setup here at Go HQ. So I've got a low box. This thing's only at 12 inches right now. I am not particularly tall, so that's about all the height I need. That can vary, of course. I've got some pads coming over the edge of the box. I definitely have a bar pad on my bar. So I'm gonna roll this thing up to my hip crease. Everything is nice and centered on the box and the bar is centered on my hips. Drag my feet in so I've got about a 90-degree knee, and then I start to bridge my hips up, okay? So details, chin tucked to the chest, and then tailbone should be tucked underneath. So you don't want to stick the tailbone out here, you actually want to tuck it under. Okay, that's going to prevent hyperextension of the low back, and it's actually going to kind of maximize your glutes doing the work. So as I bridge up, I am squeezing my butt cheeks as tight as I possibly can. I am clenching like crazy. Little controlled pause at the top is always helpful. Get your reps done, set it down, push it away. And then we're gonna pair that with some bicep curls. So that's all about the glutes, guys. And again, your chin is tucked and your eyes should be neutral. So my eyes were pointing that way across the gym during that move. So a minute ago, we did tricep press downs, the back of the arm. So of course I wanna balance that out by training the front of the arm. So I'm gonna switch over to my dumbbells and I'm gonna do 15 bicep curls. So exact same speech, right? The upper arm stays pinned at your sides. We don't want that elbow to shift forward like this. That's the fault. Keep that thing parked right there. So we're just isolating that elbow, therefore isolating the biceps, all right? Now, if you don't have dumbbells, you can use your barbell, right? So if I was gonna do curls, I could deload that weight and just use the empty bar or make that whatever I needed, okay? So 4 rounds, 10 hip thrusts, 15 bicep curls one way or another. Move this stuff out of view. So all of that strength is behind us. Let's finish with some conditioning waves. So what I mean by waves is there's some up and down to it, right? We can do that in weightlifting. We can also do that in conditioning. So I'm going to do this on the rower today. That's my preferred weapon of choice. We obviously warmed up with it, so great to cash out with it. So what we're gonna do, guys, is 4 rounds, or 4 rotations, or 4 cycles of 1 minute easy, 1 minute moderate, and then 1 minute hard. So each cycle lasts 3 minutes. So 4 cycles times 3-minute cycles. This is a 12-minute routine, guys. So 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna do a nice easy row for 1 minute. Real easy. And I'm maybe making notes of my pace, right? I'm doing something that I would consider very easy, and I could probably do this for an hour. Working on maybe my technique, thinking about my breathing. So when I hit the minute mark, I'm gonna step it up a little bit. You know, I'm maybe gonna step it up 20%. I'm gonna do something moderate. So this, I could maybe only sustain for, 12 or 15 minutes. And then I'd be gassed out at that pace. Then I'm gonna turn it on and we're gonna go super hard for 1 minute. And we're really gonna hit the gas, okay? And at the end of that minute, we just do it again. We're back to that super easy pace, which we're obviously now using for recovery from the first cycle, and so on and so forth. So it just keeps ramping up and then falling down. So 4 cycles, 1 minute easy, 1 minute moderate, 1 minute really hard. And that should round out your workout today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hit it hard, stay safe, keep punching. We'll see you next time.